Hello, everyone. I want to begin by saying thank you for the opportunity. I'm extremely humbled to be able to submit a video for the Inner Circle. My name is Danny Francis, Senior Director of Mortgage Banking. I've been with the FOC now for 8 years. I'm with the Empire Region and Daniel Shamas. I'm looking forward to going over a few things on why I want to join the Inner Circle, why I believe I'll be the next Regional Vice President, a few things regarding the business and opportunities that I may have. And I'm looking forward to going over it with you guys. But again, thank you for the opportunity. Let's begin. Why I'm interested in joining the Inner Circle. One of my main goals is being able to learn and make myself vulnerable. I believe that one of my biggest opportunities is learning how to share best practices or collaborating with others that I may have not worked with in the past. That is one of the main reasons why I wanted to join the On Deck Circle, and it's been a great experience for me. The Inner Circle is the best of the best. There's so much knowledge and experience, and I want to make sure that I am doing everything I can and using every resource that I possibly have at my fingertips to learn, to continue to share best practices, collaborate, to work together, and to be able to continue to grow our organization. Why I'm the next RVP. I've been with the FOC for 8 years. I've worked with 14 RVPs in those 8 years. I say that because in any profession, everybody looks for experience. If you're a physician, you're doing fellowship. My fellowship is the 14 RVPs over 8 years. I have soaked up as much knowledge as I can. I listened. They had tough conversations with me. I've learned. And as the next RVP, I will know how to use the knowledge that I've learned. I will learn how to have the tough conversations, how to inspire, and how to continue to develop and lead a new generation so we can continue to build something special. This is a two-part answer. Working on actively and what my RVP would consider my biggest opportunity are one and the same. Putting myself out there in a sense to provide best practices to others, to mentor, or to also reach out for best practices is my biggest opportunity and something I'm actively working on right now. How I'm doing so is taking ownership in the region on our Skillo trainings and holding other leaders accountable and providing best practices on how to execute. At the same time, reaching out to other regions in our site and owning agent dials. That is something that I am working on. In a sense, I have to take the roast out of the oven. It is part of the reason why I wanted to join the On Deck Circle, so I can continue to learn how to collaborate and to communicate with my peers at a higher level. My strategy for increasing company revenue is a two-part system. I believe it is sales along with knowledge. From a sales aspect, you have to teach your bankers how to have solid conversations, how to have meaningful conversations, how to dig deep. All that transitions and leads to margin. If we're building the right relationships and we know how to sell, we won't have to take significant discounts up front, which is real money. On the other end, I've had the privilege of working with many leaders in the purchase side of the business and refinance. And when I was in refinance, I learned that many bankers did not know how to close loans or how to move a client through processing, and they were being delayed. And so one thing I am focusing right now is teaching our team and our bankers how to help clients move to the closing table. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is that our clients had a great experience and that we closed their mortgage in a timely fashion. Doing so would increase revenue on both sides, the front end and the back end, and save a lot of time for processing. So that is my focus, and that would be my strategy. The tough conversations with senior director, yes, they are tough. One experience I had was with my transition back from refinance to purchase. I had the privilege of taking over an amazing team that Josh Pomeroy led. And during that transition, I came in with new expectations and as far as raising our lid, and the bankers didn't see eye to eye with me on that. And we were only working together for 24, 48 hours at the time. And when they vented to Josh, I don't believe the transition was that smooth, and I didn't receive the buy-in that I needed. So I reached out to Josh. gave the feedback, came up with a great plan. We worked great together, and he supported me as we move forward. But that tough conversation had to happen for us to be successful. But that is the biggest conversation I've had with another leader, as far as holding each other accountable to making sure we're always there to support each other. My biggest failure as a leader, not as a senior director or director, would be early on in my career. I gravitated to those who had a relationship with in the past or had similar personalities as myself. And as I look back now, I'm in the position I am today because every leader reached out whenever they saw that they could provide help. And so that was a real turning moment in my career where I realized that and I took a step back. But my failure was early on not sharing my experiences or the best practices or the knowledge that I had with others that may need it. So as I continue to grow and work with Daniel on my opportunities, putting myself out there and making sure I'm mentoring the younger generation in a sense is one of my main goals, because leadership matters to me, and I cherish it because I am here today because of it. And so that is my biggest failure, that I didn't do it early enough. My vision for impacting the region. The reason why I'm a leader today is because the leaders that I had and other leaders reached out to me and provided help. Something I had as I was an aspiring leader was mentorships. We had a lot of mentors and we had one-on-ones actively weekly. And today, those mentors are regional vice presidents or even site leaders in some cases. We don't have much of that going on right now. So one thing I would love to do is to implement a mentor program within our region to help others grow, to inspire, to motivate, to teach best practices and share experiences, because we don't have that. And by doing so, we can impact the growth at a much higher level. And that is how I plan to involve myself within the region and how I'm going to make an impact. OKRs. Currently, there's no one leader that owns any major OKR in our region. However, we do speak about it often. We work together very closely. I don't have any specific ownership around it. The focuses I am working on are our margin and our pull through. That is something we're working very closely with. I know Mike Bedford is giving out best practices. I've reached out to him and provided practices on how he can move the needle there. As far as margin goes, we're making sure we're making the right decisions. We're listening to Eye in the Sky. We're doing call copies. We're doing speech analytics. We're listening to it all to improve the sales aspect of it, so that way we can make sure we're not having to take significant discounts. But as a whole, there's no one ownership. We're working as a team on this. But my focus is our margin and pull through, which I believe I brought that knowledge over from refinance. And that is why I'm looking forward to continue to sharing those best practices within our region as well as the site. I want to thank you all again for the opportunity. I am extremely humbled to be able to submit my video for the Inner Circle. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. My extension is 31116. Again, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to review. And if you need anything, I'm always here, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.